Hello everybody and welcome to the Colbert Vape Report. I'm your host Tan Colbert, and today we're going to be taking a first look at some new Eleaf products. These are some Ego products from Eleaf. We have the Ijust D16 with the GS16 atomizer, the Ijust D14 with the GS14 atomizer, and the smaller Ijust D16 and a smaller package with a smaller mAh battery. Now, since this is just a first look, I'm not going to do any up close and personals. I'm not going to do my final thoughts on them. But I will show you what they look like. This is just a first look, not a complete review because I do not have any pricing. You can see this is like a faux leather finish. It actually feels really nice. It's really quite heavy. The atomizer itself is fairly well built. It has nice airflow. It brings in the airflow from your battery. You have your power button right here in the front. It's 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. You have USB charging here on the side, and here on the bottom we have an LED display. Now you can see there you have a puff counter, shows you how long, and then after you're done with that, it shows your battery life. We have 90% battery. Now there is a little wheel here, and that's what you use to twist that to change your voltage. This goes from 3.3 volts up to 5 volts. I usually keep it around 4.3 to 4.5. This goes from 3.3 volts to 5 volts with a maximum wattage output of 10 watts. It does pretty good output for something this small, and the flavor is not bad for a little 10 watt device. It's really not bad for this atomizer, and the vapor production is quite nice. Now, this is using a 70 VG 30 PG liquid, so you can use higher VG liquids in these tanks, though I do not know the exact atomizer this uses. The only thing the atomizer says is 1.8 ohms. I'm sure the atomizers will be available on the Joytech website, although I have no pricing as of yet on atomizers or the actual devices. Now this one right here, the D16, this is a 1700 mAh battery, but it also comes with a smaller kit that's about 850 mAhs. It has the same voltage, same wattage, just a smaller device. Everything's the same, it's just a lot lighter, a lot smaller. So if you just want a smaller system, there you go. It has variable voltage mode, like I said, from 3.3 to 5 volts. You can replace the head. It has overcurrent protection, short circuit protection, low voltage protection. And to fill it, you just do like you do with any normal Ego tank. You just take off your atomizer, and you fill in through the little side holes there. Just to make sure you don't get it in the stem. So there's not really a lot to say about Egos. There's not a whole lot of differences, but this is a nice little Ego tank. And it's a stick battery that can go up to 10 watts and 5 volts. So, set that down there. And now we move on to the D14. Now the D14 is the same thing as the D16, except that it is a smaller battery. You can see here is the battery. It's a lot lighter. And that is the D16, smaller one to compare, so it's just about the same size, just about a quarter of an inch, half an inch taller than the smaller mAh D16. Like I said, this has a maximum output of 10 watts, 650 mAh, or a 900 mAh battery. It has the same digital screen on the bottom, shows your puff counter. Then after you're done, it shows your battery life. This has an 87% battery, and you can change your voltage with the same little wheel. Now, one thing I will say is this wheel is a little hard to turn, but it might break in after a while. I'm not sure. But just out of the box, it is quite hard to turn. But it can be done pretty easily. It's just one of my little gripes with it. And here is the D14, or the GS14 atomizer. So you can see it does put out pretty good vapor for a little tank like this. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about them right now. Since I do not have any pricing on the actual units themselves or the coils, I'm not doing a full review. But just as the products themselves stand, they're not bad for little egos. I mean, I like the LED screen on the bottom. It seems to be pretty stable. I like that you can adjust your voltage from 3.3 to 5 volts and go up to 10 watts if you desire. And the tanks are not bad. I like the GS16 a little bit better because I like bigger tanks, but I like the GS14 also. You can see they're almost exactly the same height, except the GS16 is wider. So, just something to keep in mind. Like I said, they're not bad little devices. They're fairly light. You can keep them, you know, in your bag or whatever, or if you're a dripper user and you just want something to take on the road. It's not a bad little device. Like I said, once I get pricing on the actual devices and their coils, I'll do a full review and give you my final thoughts and everything. But as it stands, they're not bad little devices. The Ijust D16, D14, and the GS16 and 14 atomizers. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for more future videos, and as always, happy vaping.